Welcome to the Unleashing the Champion Within podcast with your host, yours truly, Andrea Mason, your global voice. Stay tuned and get ready to listen to those as they go from victim to victorious. Hear their stories and connect with them.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another segment of Unleashing the Champion Within podcast with your host, yours truly, Andrea Mason, your global voice. We got an amazing segment today as I'm honored to have and privileged to share this spotlight with Miss Andrea Adams. Hello, Andrea. How are you doing today?
I am doing so fantastic. Andrea, just thank you so much for having me on your platform. It is an honor to just be here and just be able to add value to you and what you do so greatly already.
Absolutely. It has been a minute since we connected. So, what I would love for you to do is do a brief introduction about who you are, what your mission is, and we will get started.
Of course, thank you so much. My name is Andrea Adams. I reside in Jacksonville, Florida, and I am a communication, mindset, and relationship coach. My focus is mainly on youths. I create a platform for them where they have the opportunity to express themselves, where they can speak on radio and in public places. My main goal is just to promote love and to help others to understand that it starts from within. If you want to make a better world, you have to ensure that you give the world a better person. So it starts with you, with self-love, self-acceptance.
Excellent. That is the core and the root of my passion as well, aligning with your heart. Follow your heart, not the herd nor the hurt, for success and joyfulness are on the other side. So, Anja, first let's tell the audience what what it was like and how working together that you have seen growth, difference, transference, and what it meant to you.
Of course, I would have met you when we did the Les Brown program together. We were
Yeah.
privileged to be able to be part of that massive, impactful Power Voice program. And from there, our friendship, it really did grow. You reached out to me and you were able to encourage me to ensure that I focus, and you helped me to understand the importance of having accountability, because accountability is one of the key foundations that we need in order to be able to get forward. It becomes a little tough doing it on your own. So, Andrew, I do thank you for always being there. And even after working with you, you've always still been a constant source of support, because you always reach out and ensure, hey, if there's any way I can help you, please let me know. And I love that about you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, Andrea. Yes, and we were able to connect in person at the legend of our core, Dr. Les Brown's event in Hunger to Speak in August a few years back. So it's really great to put a face to the name and really connect in person. So let's dive in. Andrea, what was your unleashing the champion within moment in your life, in your journey that has propelled you and inspired you to be where you are today?
Oh, I just love this question because for me, I didn't have a moment, and I had written about that. I was privileged to write in a book, The Greatness in You, with Mr. Les Brown himself, the legend. And I did speak about me not having an aha moment like many do. Mine was a season, and it would have happened just around the time of the pandemic when I was really down the most, where I really had that time to reflect. And when many persons were just shut in and closed away from the world, then is the time that I reached out and I was able to learn about personal development, because for many years I've been doing things, educating myself more, etc. But there's a big difference between just educating yourself and personal development. Being on a journey of personal development really helped me to reflect on me and to see that the progress that I have made was not really true progress, because, as I mentioned before, if you want to make the world a better place, you have to give the world a better person. I was not the best person that I could be at that time. So it was a journey. I had to really and truly love myself. I was a victim of child molestation, and because of that, I spent most of my adult life being afraid to speak up. I was afraid to speak to other persons who I had no reasons to have any fear of. And for me, because of that, I had to learn to understand, hey, Andrea, you have to accept yourself for who you are. And it was a journey and not just a moment. So I am still on that journey. I absolutely love and adorn myself now. And I know that not only do I love and adorn myself, but I've been given that mantle to pass that on to others to understand the importance of self-love. It's a journey. And in order for you to really and truly start that journey, it has to start with self-acceptance.
Absolutely excellent. And yes, that season has blossomed and flourished into many great things that you have endured and, produced in such a short period of time. You truly emulated and as the essence of a bud and blossom in really truly starting from within, unleashing your champion by building a legacy of love. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So, what I would like to ask for you, being that you have overcome this journey, met with our legend, wrote a book with our legend, what's next in store for you? What does our audience have to look forward to in Andrea's endeavors, future upcoming events?
Yes, there is a lot in store. I am forever creating because I believe in the power of creation, again, starting from within. And one of the things that we really need to do as people is to understand what is it that we want and visualize it. So I talk about that. So I can't just talk the talk, I walk the walk. So one of my main things that I'm working right now on is the launch of my podcast, which I will be launching with the LA Tribune. And I've been undergoing some training on that. I am also going to be appearing in the summit coming up this weekend for the Think and Grow Rich. So for me, there are quite a few things. We do have a few other things in the pipeline. Like I have the kids program, which will be restarting in January. So the kids will be speaking on radio sometime during next year, likely in May. Dates are being confirmed. But there's always so many things that I'm doing. I'm writing my book. It's called Only a Fool. So I do have a deadline for January 1st, but I'm going to see how that works. There's so many things that I have going on.
Excellent. Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, all of her information will be found in the show notes, links, affiliate links, and how you can support Andrea. So, this is great. So, we are going to have you back next year to see how far you've come and embrace the journey with Andrea Adams Adorname. And I am so privileged and honored to have you aboard and walk beside you in this journey because it goes without saying, follow your heart, not the herd nor the hurt, success and joyfulness. You, my dear, are a living testimony. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another humbling spotlight segment of Unleashing the Champion Within podcast. And before we go, as you know, I always ask, what are your closing words?
Well, my closing words would be just remember to adorn you. Adorn me is an Italian word that means I adorn me. The Bible says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. So just remember, love yourself. And once you've done that, it's the most selfless thing you can do. You will give the world a great person and you will be able to achieve anything you put your mind to after that.
Absolutely. And again, ladies and gentlemen, she is a living testimony. Follow her, support her, and we will have her back next year to promote her book, Only a Fool, in the beginning quarter of 2024. Andrea, it has been an amazing and honor and privilege to have you aboard. Thank you so much for all that you do, and I truly appreciate you. Again,
Thank
this is Unleashing the Champion Within podcast with your host, your global voice, Andrea Mason, Unleashing the Champion Within podcast. Check it out. Stay tuned for next segment, and thank you for joining us. Remember, in this crazy game of life, you have the right, the choice at any stage, at any age to choose to press play. Plan life according to you. Thank you.